Keep it locked with your boy on the ones and twos. Going in on the wheels of steel.
Drop that record.
You're listening to the boss of the big ball. JB the Ticket. Vegas Scoreboard Express.
That's right, Las Vegas and all my sports bettors around the world. It's time to grab your bankroll and beat that line. You're rocking with the boss of the big board, Vegas Scoreboard Express, VSX Digital Studios, live in Las Vegas. I'm your host again, JB the Ticket. Follow me on Twitter at We Beat the Line. Follow the show on Instagram at JB the Ticket. Again, you're getting 7 days free. FUBO TV, no credit check, deposit, or hidden fees. Go to VegasScoreboardExpress.com. Click that live TV link. It's Super Bowl 55. And here with me today, talking to give you the wagers that win this Super Bowl 55, my main man, Jordan Reid, account manager over at Youwager.com, and a newcomer, Gorilla George, from Your Team Sucks podcast. We've been trying to get you for quite some time. Follow him on Facebook at Your Team Sucks, the original team hater, the original Tom Brady hater, and we're expecting you to bring the hater rate to tell me why not to bet my money on the Bucs, because I've already got the rent on it. So also use offer code VSX80 on VegasScoreboardExpress.com on that live YouWager link. We're giving you an 80% bonus on your deposit. So again, guys, thank you so much for coming on the show. How you doing? Super Bowl 55 weekend. What's going on?
What's up, JB? Thanks for having me on again. I'm excited about this Super Bowl.
This is a big one if you're listening to
Super Bowl
Jordan Reid.
This year's a good one. I think you got the two biggest quarterbacks going. I don't think you can beat the matchup this year. I think it's probably one of the best we've had ever. Might be the best matchup we've ever had.
And that's
historically,
George,
it's going to be super important. Yeah, historically, it's going to be super important because, I mean, really, it's the GOAT as of now, and Mahomes is probably going to be in the GOAT discussion by the end of his career, and everybody's going to look back on this one when they're determining who the greatest quarterback of all time was.
It's going to be a superb and fantastic game, so let's go ahead and get into it. Rotation number 101, the Kansas City Chiefs are heading down to Tampa Bay. Rotation number 102, Tampa Bay +3 right now, +3 at home, +145. You guys might have it a little bit different. Tell me where your props are. Total 56, 55.5. I've seen it shopping around. Kansas City -3, $175 to bet a money line. Where can we get that cash? Go ahead.
Me, I'm loving the under in this game. I think the under is a lock this year. I think no one's talking about the defense. It's all talking about offenses, but really, both these defenses got them to where they are now. I think the under is the bet.
And Jordan, what say ye? Go ahead, brother.
I agree with that. I think Tom Brady really hasn't played as well as everybody's giving him credit for, but that run game is really coming on. Leonard Fournette is looking great. Kansas City gives up a lot of yards on the ground. I see Tom Brady not making the mistakes he's done recently. They're going to run the ball a lot. He's going to play possession football, a lot of long drives. Mahomes is going to be running from his life behind no offensive line, and it's going to be a good game, and I can see it being really low scoring. We'll see if Mahomes has enough time to beat that shaky secondary.
Now let's talk about the spread bet for the Kansas City Chiefs. Kansas City hasn't been that great on the spread. They actually have a losing record on the spread this year at 8-10, 4-4 on the road. Sounds like a ticket blow-up for me if it's -3, because if they win, it'll be a field goal, but to win by 1 or maybe 2. But you're talking about a team that's really, really solid at home, not great in Tampa Bay at 5-3. But Gorilla George, this question goes to you, and I know you're the original Tom Brady hater. You say they're going to be running the football, but you know I don't believe that. They're doing that football run by committee stuff. I know that you said, Jordan, that Leonard Fournette is coming along, but why would the Tampa Bay Buccaneers get away from what got them here? Defense and passing. Gorilla George, go ahead.
I think that's what's going to have to win it for him. It's going to definitely be the defense. If he comes out and throws 3 interceptions this week like he did, 2 weeks ago, Tampa Bay is not going to be able to hold this one up. I think Tom Brady has been lucky to be on a great team this year. He's probably the worst player on their team. If you think about position by position, where's their worst spot? Quarterbacks and quarterbacks. So I don't know. I think Tom Brady gets all the credit, but he doesn't deserve it.
Now let's talk about that. Tom Brady, we do know him to be a pick monster at times, but this past week seems like he's gotten it together. These guys won 4 playoff games, or seemed like playoff games, to get to the Super Bowl, all on the road, even went up to the Tundra and beat an excellent quarterback in the boy over at the Green Bay Packers and Aaron Rodgers, who right now is not happy being there. So at the end of the day, you're talking about a quarterback who he might not, quote-unquote, be the best player on his team, but he did come in as a 4-star captain and get them to the Super Bowl after these guys didn't even sniff the playoffs, which a real pick monster.
You got pwned.
Jameis Winston, go ahead.
Winston. Oh, yeah. No, definitely, I agree with you. I think that he's done a lot more for this team than Gorilla George does. I think he's come in and installed that winning mentality. And, yeah, there's talent all over this team. He's got the best wide receivers, and a historic set of wide receivers, not just the best he's ever had. And he'll be able to use those. He's going to dink and dunk. He's going to use his great running backs. I like it. We'll see. Jones is huge, though, coming up the middle. Brady does not like pressure in his face. So I think the matchup to watch is Jansen at center against Jones coming up the middle on Brady.
We're talking about it right now. Rotation number 101, the Kansas City Chiefs going down to Tampa Bay. Rotation number 102. Now, again, Gorilla George, going back to you. If you don't like Tom Brady, tell me why anybody should put their money on Kansas City -3. I think it's a trap. If Kansas City wins this game, it's going to be luck. It's going to take something more than running trick plays, because Bruce Arians, I think he's got the number of Andy Reid. Go ahead.
Andy Reid kind of ran it up on him early in the game earlier in the year. They kind of ran it up, and then they pulled the foot off the gas pedal. I don't think they'll do it this year. But, I mean, if I have to bet the game, I'm betting only the under, because I think it's a tough game. Kansas City doesn't cover. Tampa Bay's it's basically a home game with that defense. I don't play the side. I think it's too crazy of a side to bet. I'm looking for props. My prop I'm betting is, will Tampa Bay score a touchdown, 10-1. I'm taking that.
That's what I'm talking about, prop bets. Jordan Reid, my main man, Gorilla George, over at YouWager. Follow them on Facebook at Your Team Sucks. Jordan, before we get out of here, any prop bets over at YouWager? Again, you go to VegasScoreboardExpress.com. Use that offer code VSX80. I'm giving you an 80% double up on that deposit. Make some money this Super Bowl. Listen to Gorilla George. He's telling you take that under. I do believe in the defense in this particular game, but I think with the offensive firepower of Kansas City, if they don't start slow and can get out to, say, 14 points before the first half, it's an easy over. But go ahead, Jordan. Let's get out of here. And thank you guys again so much for stopping by the big board. What are those props, my man?
All right, there's thousands of props up at YouWager right now. The one I like, which hits every single year, is will one team score 3 times in a row? Absolutely, it's going to happen. There are going to be turnovers in this game. One team's going to get hot. It's still going to be a close game. Doesn't mean anything. Take that prop bet, take it to the bank every single week. On top of that, I'm with you. I love Tampa Bay, and I'm staying off of the over-under, unlike George.
All right.
Good, though.
Big Boss Weekend. You're rocking with the boss of the big board, JB the Ticket, main man Jordan Reid, account manager over at Youwager.LV. Also want to thank Gorilla George for stopping by over at Your Team Sucks. Follow them on Facebook at Your Team Sucks. Time to grab your bankroll. It's time to get to the window. It's time to use that offer code VSX80. Get that money. Super Bowl 55. It's alive.
You're listening to the boss of the big board.